Hey guys, it's Lexi here. I have Rocky and Bandit next to me too. We were just reading a book and Bandit's out when he heard that. And so is Rocky. You guys don't have to read, don't worry. I was just reading and I figured everyone's probably reading right now and you're probably running out of things to read on your to read list. So I figured I would share with you guys a couple of books that I've read this year that I just thought were really, really good, captivated me. Some of them came out last year, some of them came out this year. They're not all the newest books, but they are all really, really good books. They're bestsellers. Some of them are in Reese Witherspoon's book club, I found out, or some of them she chose for her book club, which is really awesome too. So, with no further ado, let's get started. So, the first book that you guys are seeing right here is Where the Forest Meets the Stars. You can get this on Amazon. I think it's about $8 or $9 right now. Super cheap. I think it's $5 on Kindle. It's a little bit of a romance. It's only about 300 pages, so you can read it fairly quickly, and it's not the hardest read in the world. They don't use any kind of large language, so if you're not someone who reads a lot, don't be scared. You can still read this book. It's a bit of a science fiction with a little bit of romance played in between about a child who this man and this woman, who are both strangers to each other, find in the woods, and how they go and they nurture the child and take her in until they can find out what the appropriate response is for them who just found this lost child, as the local authorities aren't cooperating with them with this lost child as they once thought that they would. It's a great read. It's actually the first book that this author has written, to my knowledge. She's coming out with another book at the beginning of this year in 2021. But if you want to kind of dive in and get to know a new author right now, check Glenda out. That I wanted to talk about is Daisy Jones and the Six. Oh, this is a good book, but it's for a certain type of reader. The book is basically as if you were watching a documentary and you took all the closed captioning and put it into a script and then had people sit there and read the script to you. The book is literally written as if it's a script or a screenplay. So, but it's about a documentary about this fictional band called Daisy Jones and the Six that thrived for about 5 years during the late 70s. And the idea is that you're reading the documentary of this fictional band, and it is good. Reese Witherspoon, of course, is making it into a movie because that's what she does now, is just makes books into movies. But it is an amazing book. I really highly encourage you to read it before the movie comes out. If you don't like to read, just go watch the movie. It's a great book. I actually read it twice. I liked it so much. I was all over the place. It gave me a roller coaster of emotions. It is a bit of a romance novel, but at the same time, if you just like that whole genre of music and the idea of bands crashing hotel rooms and living the rock star life, this is a book for you for sure. Men, women, everyone. The next book that I want to talk about is Where the Crawdads Sing. This is a really popular book. I'm sure you've seen people reading it out and about in public. I'm sure you've seen it all over the internet. It's a murder mystery, and it covers this woman's life from the time that she's about 4 years old when her mother leaves her, through her entire life from when her father leaves her and the rest of her family abandons her as a child, how she survives as a child, through that, the love and relationships that she makes and how they come to bite her in the butt in the long run, or how they come to create a truer meaning of herself. And it just really is a good book all over the place. It really does go and dives into the idea of you can be whoever you want, but also the truth is never as it seems. And no matter how many times someone tells you, don't think the way that you think, you might be jaded, never forget what you thought. This book is the epitome of never just let people tell you that you're wrong because you might be jaded. You still might be right. You might be jaded for a reason. So those are 3 really awesome books that I highly recommend for you guys to watch or to read that I've just read, and I do think that some of them are coming out as movies or TV shows or anything like that. So I did purposely try to pick books like that. I'm not sure when Where the Forest Meets the Stars is coming out, but I have heard rumors that it is going to be a movie. Daisy Jones and the Six, I believe, is going to be a TV show. And Where the Crawdads Sing, I believe, is going to be a movie. So stay tuned, look for those, read those books, they're really cheap. And I'm going to post a link below here on a virtual give a book group that is going on. It's worldwide. It costs like $7 and you'll get like 36, 40 books back from it. I'll do a separate video on that as well, but the link is here with all the directions too, so you don't have to watch the video if you don't want to.